Yeah.
Shaking down.
What up, though? It is Spotlight Wednesday. Yours truly, Drake Swift, Shelly Shells, Tori Savage, Kitty. Good morning. How are you guys doing?
Good morning. I'm here. How are you?
I was just telling Shelly, I'm like, I slept, but I feel so tired still.
Hmm. Yeah. I slept kinda. Last night was rough, but I'm awake and I'm blessed, so here I am.
No, I've been up since
Exactly.
like literally couldn't go back to sleep. So I started cleaning and stuff, and then I started drinking coffee just like 30 minutes ago, and I'm like, oh, I need a nap. I was like, no, you
At
don't.
what time did you wake up?
4.
What time did you go to
4
sleep? Let's start there.
Boy, don't come for me.
7,
Okay,
7.
let's what time did you go to sleep?
Don't come for me. It's probably early.
I mean, Shelly, you do remind me of my grandma be going to sleep at 7 o'clock.
Hey, don't judge me, man.
Right, 7 o'clock. I'm not even home at 7.
I've had a hell of a week, yo, a hell of a week. So,
Same.
Well, let me
Same,
ask
and I
you
still
a
can't go
question.
to sleep at 7.
When you start having a conversation with you and you fall asleep during mid conversation, is that happening to you? That means we're getting old when you start falling asleep mid conversation. They used to do. I love my grandma, but I would talk to her and she would just doze off, and I'm like, Grandma, like what's going on? Like, is that when you know you're getting old? You fall asleep mid sentence.
no, you know how you know you're getting old too is that you have like drinks and then you're tired and you want to go to bed. And so my kid,
Mhm.
let's do some shots. I was like, if I do shots, I'm gonna go to sleep. Like as soon as it kicks in, relax. Let's go night night. I'm like, okay.
They're all rowdy. You're like, and good night.
For real though.
Yeah, that's why I don't go to the bar anymore because I just drink and I start yawning. And then
Exactly.
people get offended, right? Guys start trying to walk up to me and I'm like yawning in their face. Like you're boring. And I'm
You're
yawning. I'm the old person in the bar now.
Yeah, I always tell my girlfriend, I'm like, "Am I too boring?" She's like, "No, I love it. I don't drink. I don't do drugs." I'm like, "God, I must be such a bore."
Mm-mm. You save money. We don't have to go to therapy.
Right. I don't have to babysit anybody when I go out.
Right?
Need
No
to go back to therapy though, but yeah, it's not because of uh, drinking and drugs.
It's usually stemmed from somebody who did drinking and drugs.
Oh, is that what it
You know, usually it's from somebody who did some fuck shit to you, and that's on the list. So,
is?
there's a lot of things. Yeah,
I was-
I
I don't like the boyfriend that I have to babysit. It's so like, so 2000. Like, can
I
you
can't
just not?
be like,
Mm.
stop.
Yeah, the boyfriend you have to babysit, the boyfriend you have to worry about. Like,
Mm,
I don't know. We did that already. We graduated from that. And shout out to all them hoes out here that are really babysitting their boyfriends right now. Like, girl, get it together.
mm-mm.
Let
Get
We
it
it
have
go.
together.
you damn near have to have a pet before we go out. You'd be like, so this is what we're gonna do, and if this is what we want to do, definitely. It's too much. It's like having a grown ass kid.
Listen, if I can't claim you on my taxes, I don't want to worry about you like that. And
So
Mm.
even if I can claim you on my taxes, I still don't want to have to fucking worry about you like that. I don't want to have to go through I don't know. I think we all go, I'm going to say everyone, because some people are just perfect, but we all have been through a relationship that's really like taught us some lessons about people and what, like what we accepted then, like Shit, I'm not accepting none of that shit now. I wish you would. I wish you would. That exit door hit so motherfucking quick. Girl, blow your lashes off. Mm-mm. No, and females, there's females out there that are the same. I'm not saying it's all just men. Let me not just come for the men, but there's females out here too that you really gotta watch. You're like, what's this bitch doing? But they usually, I don't know, social media allows that too, but that's a whole nother rabbit. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. Just stop being dysfunctional, y'all. Therapy is cool. Meditating is cool. Not drinking is cool.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm. I had a friend the other day that posted they're getting sober, but everybody wants to keep pushing like the drink on them. You know, you hear a friend who is like out of, I don't know, comes out of rehab for drugs, and everybody's like super supportive for the most part, right? But the people who go to the bar and are like, no, I'm not drinking. Oh, just have one, just beer. And they push it on them. And like, that's fucked up. Don't do that to people.
No, you gotta.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I mean, I know that in Sopranos, and I've watched the complete series probably 24 times. Christopher, the character, he was a recovering alcoholic and drug addiction, and that was the like antagonist. Everybody around him, right, did drugs, drank most of the time, and he would come around his friends, and then they gave him a hard time because he wouldn't drink and hang out, and then when he was fucked up drunk, he needed to go to rehab. So it's like a double-edged sword. So it's kind of makes it difficult, especially if you have friends that are drinking and doing drugs, and then if you have a problem and you're fucking stealing from them, they want to put you in rehab, and then you get sober and you are okay, and then they're giving you shit because you don't want to fucking have a drink. So I yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, you don't want to hang out, you don't want to drink, you don't, you're trying to stay away. Sobriety becomes very lonely when you first start.
Yeah.
If you're doing it the proper way, it's lonely. And that's a lot of times you hear a lot of people that are upset they're like, I see who my real friends are. And unfortunately, the drugs, whether it's hard drugs, social using, whatever it is, and alcohol, masks who you think your friends are until you get sober. You want to see who your friends are? Get sober. Stop going to the bar. Stop hanging out in those same places, and you'll see real quick who your real friends are.
Really?
Real quick. Yeah, and a lot of times you don't have many, because that's the thing, especially like where we're from. That's like the thing. Everybody knows everybody on, Southwest Detroit, East Side of Detroit, even the West Side. Like they are very cliquey in Michigan, where everybody knows everybody. And so you can go to any given one of my friends' pages over the weekend, and you're probably going to see the same 25 to 50 people in the photos, because they all go to the same bars. A lot of the DJs, own bars. A lot of people are affiliated with each other, are all in the industry. So it's very hard when you want to stop doing those things and still have friends that aren't in those places when it's time to hang out. Like,
but I think,
really
like I said,
brunch dates and stuff. Like, can we just have like those dates, like day dates without drinking?
Right.
I just think, like I said, I think it makes it tough if you're a recovering addict and you have friends that are drunks or like to drink, and occasionally like to do whatever, marijuana or booger sugar or whatever. It just makes it hard.
And I'm not saying like I'm not a recovering anything. Just I'm that shit. No, I'm just kidding. But I choose not to drink like that anymore, just because I just don't like the feeling of not being in control. Plus, it takes me like 2 days to bounce back. Like feeling good and my
I think
legs not cramping.
that's the biggest thing is
Dehydration sets in, skin's looking crusty. Mm-mm.
I think that's the biggest thing. If I drink, and let's say I have more than 2 beers, because I'm, Tori knows I have 2 beers, and I'm like, I'm done. But if I have more than 2 beers, like if I drink I normally went home for my birthday, and I drink Thursday through Saturday or Sunday, it takes me a week to bounce
Mm-hmm.
back. So there it is, booger sugar.
There's some things like if I go back home to visit, oh, I'm drinking. I'm gonna hang out. I'm a social drinker in that sense. I like my margarita. I like my.
Margarita.
Yeah, if I go out and have drinks with Shelly Shell, we really don't have more than like 2 or 3 though. Like you can't, yeah, twos are really our limit, especially if they're like good and big. We just be people watching, and usually I'm her pretend lesbian girlfriend because people are trying to hit on us. So that's really
Oh,
like if we go out.
I love lesbians. I love lesbians.
He loves it.
I
So,
so well.
I
I
love
was.
lesbians. I want to go to heaven and be
what'd you
around
say, Shell?
a
I
bunch
said
of
I was
lesbians.
so well and hang on to the same time talking about all me.
Yeah. Yes. That's my rant on that.
I don't know if
So
it's
I was having this conversation with Tori earlier, and I think Shelly, I just say I roll out of bed and I put deodorant on, and I think I talked about it on the show before that I don't have like some sweat glands, right? So I don't sweat and stuff like that. But and then I was asking Tori, I was like, "Hey, I feel like like if you're blind, your senses are heightened, right?" And I feel that my smells are heightened because I don't have that. So if somebody comes by me and they stink like bo, like even if they just are in my presence, I'm like, God damn, they stink. So uh, so I always kid Tori. I'm like, "Hey, I think you need some medicated deodorant," and she laughs at me, and I'm like, "No, I'm just kidding," or whatever. But do you feel like if you're, she's like, "You're so lucky. You're so lucky you don't have that," and I'm like, she's like, "You don't even use, what did you say? Special deodorant."
So one time I ran out of deodorant. I'm going to tell you how I figured this out, which I knew, but he didn't know. So I ran out of deodorant and I was like, shit, I need some deodorant. I don't got time to go to the store. So I swiped his, right? I was like, let me just use this real quick. So like, man, like halfway through the day, I'm like, fuck, why am I wet? And I'm not a big sweat person, right? I'm just not, but I still need deodorant. Plus, I like the protection, and it's hot here in Arizona. So there might be a moment where you just get caught up, and it might only be 15 minutes, but that deodorant saved your life for that 15 minutes, right? So I'm like, fuck, why am I so wet? Like excessively wet. It doesn't make any sense. All
Excessive.
day, I'm like, all day I'm like fuck, really? I'm like I had some body spray in my car. I'm spraying body spray on my armpits just to make sure, because now I'm super self-conscious about this. That never happens. So like a few days later, he says something about his deodorant, and I was like, yeah, that shit sucks. And he's like, what do you mean my deodorant sucks? I'm like, I don't know. So I look at it. It's just deodorant, not the antiperspirant. A lot of people don't understand that there's two. One is for smell, one is for sweating. Put them
Know that.
together. But you can buy them separately, right? You can buy it just deodorant. You can buy just antiperspirant. You can buy together. So this is just deodorant. No antiperspirant. No wonder I was sweating. I was like a whore in church type sweating. It was terrible. To burn the fucking shirt at this point, right? He's like, huh? I didn't know that. And I had to school him on the antiperspirant and deodorant part. So people, listen, I know it's becoming fall, but y'all gonna be layered up and it doesn't hide the smell. If you need antiperspirant and deodorant, just make sure the antiperspirant's in there.
That's
You,
right.
you know, I mean,
I
honestly,
guess
your
I'm,
neighbor would thank you if you made sure both were in there, because one is for smell and one is for sweat, and some people got both. But
oh, I'm lucky
that's a little,
because I
huh?
don't. I'm lucky because I don't need that.
Yeah, he doesn't sweat. He's lucky, so he doesn't have that sweat gland to be funky. And man, he's so like so he thinks it's funny every time I say I need deodorant, or I'm like, He's like, oh, you need something medicated. I'm like, really? You asshole. Randomly, he'll walk by me. You need some medicated deodorant.
Mm.
I'm like, no one was talking to you or asked you. Shut the fuck up.
You think that? See, dude. So, like I said, Shell, do you think that's weird that my smell is heightened because I don't have that?
No, I think it's actually cool. I'd rather have that than sweat.
Right? His senses are super heightened. Mine are too, but I don't know. I don't know why mine are. I think mine are because I'm OCD. I think that's what yeah.
Yeah, I
Maybe you
remember
know how I am.
we
I
had
think
this
that's what mine are.
conversation before. I remember when I was a teenager and we'd go play basketball, or whatever. I remember some girls would be like, "Oh, that's so hot!" Like guys are all sweaty, and I'm like, "Really? That's fucking nasty."
Well,
And they what is the pheromones or whatever? Oh, that's so hot, guys bo and stuff.
But isn't there a difference between pheromones and stank?
I don't know
I,
because both sides. I hear men like to smell women when they are sweaty and
Yeah,
yeah,
sweaty,
they do.
I love it.
and I'm
Yeah,
It's
like,
so gross.
let
I
me take
love
a
it.
shower, freshen myself up, and then we can, be booed.
Yeah,
I feel
that's Drake's jam. Drake loves some sweat. Oh, girl, you sweating?
mm-mm,
Mhm.
mm-mm,
I want to.
and I will freshen up for you. Okay,
Yeah.
but
Mhm.
it's like some people like it.
I'll be like,
Mm.
let me smell that. Let me smell that coochie. Come here.
Well, listen, I don't want to smell nobody's sweaty balls. I'm good. You got you can sweat it. You can, everybody got a little scent sometimes after a long day. You got till about a 2. If you're over a 2, I'm gonna need you to what? I'm gonna wipe for you, or I'm gonna need you to bust up in that shower. Put a little scrub on those. I don't want to
Mm.
smell that, especially if you got hair down there. I don't. It gets trapped. I'm good.
You said I
Mm.
guess
I'm so good. Mm-hmm.
it's trapped. So, what was it? 2 days ago, we celebrated the fall. I got the Michigan fall leaves. So, welcome to fall. It is crazy. End of September
Well,
already. I can't believe it. September, September,
it's
September.
Well,
it's
like I said,
only fall in Michigan. It's not fall here. It's hot as
Yeah,
fuck
it's not
here.
fall here, but
I,
it is fall in Michigan. I think
Oh, we
yesterday.
can't hear you, Sally.
no, I said, I knew it was fall because like I said, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, and I had to go to the store at 6 o'clock this morning because I didn't have cream. And when I walked out, I was like, oh, see, this is the stuff I wait for. Have my
Oh, it's
coffee.
still
So
dark.
I was like, ooh, made me want to go gardening. I was like, oh, I can go buy some plants. I was like, yes, this weather is good weather. Yes, I love it because I'm like, it's nice and cool. The heat's not, blowing its bad hot breath on you as soon as you open the door at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Hmm. It's dark out at 6 here still. Well, like 5:45.
Mm-hmm.
Still
Yeah, it
dark.
was nice this morning when I got to go to the store. This is gorgeous. I
Well,
totally.
in Detroit, I think it was 2 days ago or yesterday. It was on this like 80s, and then it went down to the 50s. So uh, that's weather where it just, it tells you, hey, it fucking falls here. Welcome. It doesn't do that.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's no transition.
yeah, when it's cold here, it's usually in the morning, and then by midday, it's nice. So uh,
Yeah. Wear a
no,
sweater, take it off by about 11 o'clock, noon. No more sweater.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in Michigan. The transition is there isn't one. It's like, oh, it's 80, boom, cold. And it's funny because my whole timeline of everybody in the Midwest went from tank tops to flannels in one day. Everybody's got on long sleeve flannels, their little boots, they're all tied up. Like, oh, they look cute. We can't wear that here. It's too fucking cold for all that. Or it's too fucking hot for that. I'm busting a sweat. We don't wear that shit till like December.
Like or like
close. Yeah, Christmas. That's our Christmas wear.
Christmas. I saw
only
Christmas
till February. That's it.
I saw Christmas stuff at Walmart. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I am so irritated with Christmas stuff right now. Listen, motherfuckers, it's Halloween. Okay, it's fucking Halloween. It's Halloween. Spooky shit, right? It's Halloween. Spooky shit. Why can we get our flowers first? I don't understand why Christmas got to just be puked on us come fucking September 20th. Like, really? I get it. Christmas is coming. If you only get paid every other week, you only got so many checks, right? So you're in that let me buy people gifts mode. But fucker, no. You still got Halloween. You still got Thanksgiving. Let Halloween pass. November, it's safe to put it out because you got to prepare. I get that. Leave September and October alone.
I was the reverse. I took my daughter to Macy's the other day, and they had all kind of Christmas decor, and I was like, "Look!" I was all excited. I was just like, "Christmas is yes!" I was totally like, "Oh, I can't wait to. I want to.
I'm gonna decorate, but can I have Halloween first, please?
Yes,
for sure. Why they got all the shit out? Like, y'all.
You're like Halloween.
Yeah, I'm irritated by it. Yeah, great. Christmas. Right. Woohoo! Spend money on people who don't fucking deserve nothing. Yay!
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 I don't know why I'm echoing.
Are you? I don't hear it.
I do.
Or do you?
Let me go back.
Okay. We'll be here.
Okay.
I'll wait right here.
Okay.
He went to go put on some medicated deodorant.
Miranda.
Wait till he leaves. He went to go put on some medicated deodorant and wash his balls. No, he really doesn't sweat. It's the craziest shit. So he thinks it's funny. He'll always go like, he'll go, you want to smell my armpit? I'm like, no, motherfucker, you don't stink. I know you don't stink. No, I don't want to smell it. Fuck you. Did you go put on medicated deodorant?
What'd you say?
Did you go put on your medicated deodorant?
Not medicated deodorant. I don't know why I'm echoing. Are you hearing echo?
I don't hear an echo. Do you, Shelly? Shelly keeps going out though, like she's too far away from her microphone.
No,
too far away.
I have everything set up the way it was.
Now you're there. It only keeps happening a little bit. All right, I'm gonna need you guys to get your lives together. Put some medicated deodorant on it.
It's retrograde.
Oh.
Yeah, see now you're echoing.
In the chat, but they said they hear an echo. It's totally retrograde.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's I didn't do anything.
I don't know. I can't fix it from here.
I was gonna say. I went to the dentist like a week ago. Going deep clean. Why is every time we go to the dentist have a problem? I'm like, I feel like they auto mechanic car something and then I was broke afterwards. You ever feel that when you go to the dentist, you're like, oh, they said, oh, this is wrong, and then all of a sudden you start fucking filling your fucking tooth somewhere else. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they do that. I
Okay,
swear.
so now she's gone and the echo's gone.
Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Now
Is
the
it
echo
better?
now the echo's gone. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you
Was
got
it?
off, went away.
Yeah, it went
I
away.
just figured, let me leave the room.
Yeah. But I was telling her about I went to the dentist recently and I woke up like 2 days ago and I like had a toothache and I was like, damn, maybe I have a cavity or something. And I was like, every time I go to the dentist, it's like you take your car to a mechanic, you fix one thing and then something else breaks. And I'm like, I think they fucked up my teeth.
Mm.
Well, I don't know the reverse situation. I've been trying to tell them for years about my teeth, and now I literally have to go give me a brand new set. Okay, so
Right.
it's horrible, but they'll be all right.
All right. You getting some veneers?
No, I'm actually getting implants.
Oh, you gonna pull all your teeth out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, somebody gonna like that. They're gonna be like, Michelle, take your teeth out.
Not getting dentures because if I got
Take your
help,
teeth out.
put them over there on the nightstand and let's do. But not.
Don't do that.
But I'm,
Until Dentures coming out at 7 o'clock every night.
and it's happy time. Man, they be time.
Yeah, you're too far away from the mic. I guess the mic because it's going in and out.
Is it? How about that?
Uh-huh.
And it's funny because a lot of my teeth in the front were broken from hockey, so I want them to replace old caps. But it's funny because as a child, I didn't know until maybe I was 7. My dad had dentures at a young age because I guess he loved candy, and they pulled his teeth out when he was like in his 20s. So
Oh,
my dad has had like upper dentures. Oh,
oh, I dropped myself.
he had like upper dentures as a young man, and I didn't know because I thought they were my dad's teeth or whatever. But yeah, I went to the bathroom and I saw him like in a cup. I don't know if that was normal back then, but put him in a cup, and I was like, what the fuck is that? Like I was, you're like 7, and you're like, what is that? Is that teeth in a fucking cup? So
What is my parents doing?
yeah, what are they doing?
Yeah. My first encounter with dentures was a babysitter. She
Oh yeah.
had, yeah, she used to take them out and put them in a cup in her bedroom. And I'm like,
What was the purpose of putting them in the cup?
Because
so they clean, you have to
you
soak them, right?
gotta
I
soak,
don't know.
and it keeps the
The
denture tip.
gums.
Yeah, and inside of the water is like some type of
Like a
concoction
cleaner.
clean, keep them
Yeah.
clean. But the thing with dentures, if they dry out, then it's not that easy to put them in.
Yeah, they're painful when you put them in because they're not molded to your gums and your gums are soft now.
Yeah.
Ah,
It's just gross though. You see it sitting there. I'm like, is that a fucking body part?
right.
Is my babysitter a killer?
That's
I
funny.
instantly, I'm like, this is gross. And then it had that smell. There's like a old people smell. It's so fucking gross.
Old people
Like,
smell.
you can't keep that somewhere in like a cabinet so no one has to see that. That's traumatizing when you're a kid. Now, when you're older, you understand.
Yeah,
You're like, oh, I need
yeah,
fucking teeth. But still, put that shit away. I don't want to see it.
yeah. That's
And
what it is. It's like, what is that?
yeah, have you guys ever see? You guys see the videos where the dogs steal the teeth and then they smile and they got the teeth in their mouth and they're running around with the teeth in their mouth, the dentures. That
Yeah.
shit is hilarious. There's so many videos on YouTube. You want a good laugh, look up dogs steal dentures and
So
you and they're chasing the dog, right? And because of the way he's got him, he turns around like to look at him, but he looks like the dog in the mask. He's like, shit is fucking classic. It's so great. Funny story. I have a cousin who well, it's not funny that he had to have his teeth taken out, but he wore dentures. And we were all at the marina at Brownies on the lake in St. Clair Shores. Shout out to my marina friends. And we were drinking, we were partying, having fun. And him and his boyfriend were like bickering all day, right? They're going back and forth, back and forth. His boyfriend's talking shit. And he was wearing his boyfriend's like really expensive glasses. And his boyfriend kept saying, don't you fucking lose my glasses. Don't you fucking lose my glasses. So my cousin decides he's going to jump from the dock to the boat that's parked at the other dock, which he could have fairly well made it.
Right.
But when he went to do it, he like the boyfriend was by him, lost his footing, and the glasses went flying. So my cousin instantly went, oh, and tried to grab the glasses because the boyfriend bitched about him all day. But when he did, his dentures fell out too. And so my cousin went for the glasses instead of the dentures and grabbed the glasses, and his dentures fell in the lake. And when I tell you, you ain't never seen a gay man so fucking mad. And he was so now if you ever see a gay man yelling at his boyfriend, the shit is like you can't even not laugh, right? Because you try not to be involved in it, but it's like it's comical. You can't look away because it's hysterical. They be going at it. So now he's like, fuck you, I lost my fucking teeth because of these glasses. I was so scared about losing these dumbass glasses. So his fucking teeth fell in the lake. His teeth are still in that lake to this day. He like went down there, tried to scuba dive to find his teeth. And it may not seem as funny as I'm making it, like as I'm laughing, but I just keep remembering the teeth flying, right? And I was drunk, so it was super extra, and he's super extra. So yeah, it's every time we bring it up, he's like, fuck him and fuck them teeth. He gets so fucking mad when we bring up the teeth story, but man, I'm in tears. He's like, fuck them fucking glasses. Break them motherfuckers.
Funny.
He's so salty about it. Yeah, it was funny. It's good times. Y'all use the paste. Get it in there. So they don't click out.
Hey, but they've evolved now. Now they can actually put a couple of screws in and you can actually just snap your dentures in versus having to remove all now. So technology is advanced now. Now you don't have to even do all that.
So it's funny
so you just take them out at night?
No.
It's funny you say that because I I want to get veneers, right? And I know they're expensive, $8,000. But they said I have to a couple dentists that I went to because I keep going to another dentist because I'm like, man, I really want veneers. A lot of dentists is like, no, whatever. And so I think I'm just going to replace the caps on my, get crowns or whatever. And they have these snap veneers, and I'm like, I think they're like $600. I'm like, man, I want those. So I think that's what I'm going to get. Those snap veneers. I thought that was cool.
So they don't. Why can't you get veneers? Not everybody can get veneers.
A lot of dentists don't recommend it because I didn't know this, but they file your teeth down all the way.
And also, if it doesn't adheres to the tooth that's remaining, then you end up getting spaces in there, and then bacteria is getting that. Because actually, I was talking to a lash tech who actually has veneers, and she's literally having to spend $15,000 to repair her veneers because they didn't install them correctly. So a lot of dentists are staying away from that a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah, but I like the snap-on dentures. If I couldn't have gotten my implants done, I was going to Mexico, and I was going to have them put snap-ons, because all you do is you take them off, you clean them, and you put them back in your mouth, and you can go to sleep with them. I was like, cool.
Yeah, they're like $500. I'm getting them.
$2,500.
So they remove all your teeth, and then you just put the implants and snap them in?
No,
No.
you didn't snap onto your current teeth. So they make molds of your
Yep.
teeth, and then they send them to you, and they just snap on.
To your current teeth?
Correct. Yep. Now Tori's like, I'm getting them too.
I want them. I got good teeth. I still want them. I got this little snaggle tooth. It's just one. It's a baby tooth still. My kids always thought it was the funniest thing. They'd always talk shit. That's why you still got a baby tooth, right? It was like an insult for them. Like, whenever we'd be capping on each other, it's like a yo mama joke to my kids that I still have some of my baby teeth. And it's just this one. And it in certain pictures, it looks like I got a snaggle. And it's not. It just sits back a little bit further. But it bothers me. I have a girlfriend that told me it gives me character, but I don't like it. I want it gone.
I don't like my teeth. I really do not like my teeth. I can't stand. That's why I cannot wait. I hate my gap.
See, I like your gap in your teeth.
Man, it's like a tunnel.
Not everybody. It's not a tunnel. I think gap teeth are cute on some people. I have a few friends that got it. I'm like, y'all are cute.
So we're not gonna mention his name, but he just texted me. He said he loves your teeth.
Oh hell no! We abort that mission.
We don't say those. Retract. We're not talking about that person.
Hey, we didn't say his name. We just said, hey, he just texted me and said he loved it. He loved your teeth.
Not to cuss. I type this new thing.
See, even my mama said, your smile is beautiful. Don't change your teeth.
I can't. I don't like it. That's why I don't really smile like I want to, because I just be like, oh, I don't. It just bothers.
I like it. It's cute.
It get compliments about it. I don't know. I guess
Zach had a gap. My son Zach, he had a gap in his teeth. I loved it.
It's not.
So is there an age? Did you ever think about braces? Is there an age where you don't you get braces?
Well, no, you can still get braces, but see, my problem is that I have lost bone, so I have mobility, so my teeth literally shifted. I had a small gap. Yeah, I had a small gap, but then it just kind of spread it like the I-10 when they added the roads on there, the extra lane. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute, what is this? What is this?
She said my teeth spread like the I-10's extra lane.
I was always traumatized because my first high school sweetheart, she had braces, and I always wanted a blowjob, but I'm like, oh, is that gonna cut my dick? What's going on?
Yeah,
don't do that.
Yeah, likely gonna get.
She got to be a professional to do that.
Oh, we gotta be a professional.
Yeah, high school sweethearts, don't have enough profession. They have no experience.
You need a certificate of achievement of be able to give a head with braces. I'm just saying.
And you got to have a guinea pig to try too. So if you're willing to be the guinea pig.
The other day, it was Fast Times at Richmond High. I forgot the scene where they're in the lunchroom and the girls showing her how to give a blowjob with carrots, and I'm like, I can't believe
I forgot about that part too.
That shit happened in this movie, and I'm like, I forgot all about this scene. And the guys are like laughing and shit. I was like, oh, that's funny. So speaking of movies, I don't know if anybody's tuned in, but the Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer stories on Netflix. Been watching it, and I forgot, and maybe I didn't know some of the things that he did, and the way he got caught so many times, but he slipped through police fingers. I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm gonna play the trailer. So if you haven't watched it, it's on Netflix. It is a series. I don't know how many episodes it is, but I think I'm like 4 or 5. But here it is.
You drinking tonight? Oh, I just had a couple beers. Some garbage bags.
There's a fucking body in there.
They're clippings from the yard. You're 18, is that right? You got your whole life ahead of you. And I'm not going to fuck that up by arresting you tonight. Okay? Drive your ass home.
Hello Hello, this is Glenda Cleveland. Can you send an officer to the Oxford apartment? Somebody is either being hurt or killed.
What do you want me to do, Miss Cleveland?
Your job.
Can I listen to your heartbeat? I want to hear your heart.
I need a second chance. This is your lucky day because I'm going to give it to you. And on the other side of this, hopefully, you will have learned your lesson and you'll get your acting.
This man tried to kill me. You're saying there's nothing you can do about that?
Yes.
My gosh, somebody is being killed. Our people don't count. No matter what we do, they never listen.
So you're saying that one of the victims had actually managed to escape, and two of your officers escorted him back to the dumpster.
Wait, you just gonna let him take this baby back inside?
Ma'am, let's do our job.
This is out of control! Look at me! Look at me, motherfucker! I know. But nobody heard me.
So it was like I said, where I think I'm, a couple episodes in, and
Yeah, I'm a couple episodes in. I'm on episode, I think I just finished 3, and let me tell you, I got goosebumps right now because it is so fucked up and good at the same time. Whew. And I just saw some parts that I ain't seen yet, so now I'm like, oh fuck, really? Shit.
So when he moved into his apartment, he had a, kind of a Karen next door. She was, but that wasn't a bad Karen. She kept calling the police.
It wasn't a Karen. She was worried.
Yeah.
She knew, and I feel like she could sense things too. Like you can tell when you watch. She has a very people feel energy, and you can tell that she feels energy and she feels stuff because you can see it in her face. I love Niecy Nash. She is one of my favorites. She takes a role and just becomes it. So she has so much feel to her talents and her acting. So yeah, when you watch her, you just feel the hurt she's feeling and the worry.
But it's funny because all the shit that has happened in Milwaukee and that whole area, right? It seems like the cops were fucking dysfunctional forever. Like, you know what I mean? Like the cops that pulled them over, there was a fucking body in the car.
But who even cares? Leaves in their car that they just did their yard with. I mean, come on.
This did take place back in the early 80s, 90s. I mean, yeah, early 90s, the timeline and stuff. So when you look at how the police officers were then and compared to now, it's fucked up because I don't want to spoil anything, but giving too much away, but you look at the times and she said it in there, or people are never listened to. And that goes for a lot of prejudice that they held. And I'll just leave it at that. But man, tune in, watch it. And I'm not even a TV person, y'all. Watch it. It's so good.
So, of course, the whole gay community, all that is pretty front and center now. But back then, it wasn't in the 90s and the 80s. So there was a scene where the cops went in and they're like, I don't want to catch anything. Let's go. You know what I mean? And there's a fucking, you know what I mean? There's like bodies in there and they're like, oh, we're not going to catch anything, are we? Like, so very homophobic. There was a murderer living under their nose and they just decided to just look the other way because he was gay.
Crazy.
Mhm.
Oh,
I can't hear you, Shelley. What?
That's just ignorance. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah,
But if it
it's
was, but like like you said, if it was some another race, it wouldn't have been a no problem. They'd have been.
no, because black men were going missing. That was his target.
Mm,
He really liked black and Hispanic and different cultures. He never went after a white man. That wasn't
mm,
what he was attracted to. But the whole thing is just crazy. I remember in school, I wrote some pages on him, Gacy. It was like on serial killers, and everybody in class wrote their stuff on like different people. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna write mine on serial killers, and they're like, this fucking girl's weird.
mm.
But watching this, there were some things that I didn't even know about him that I was like, I don't remember him. Maybe because of the killings, it outshined the other dysfunction he had too. So yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm gonna look at it.
When I say it's good, I don't mean that what he did was good. I just mean that they really created. They showed the picture in full and the story in full, and honestly, as fucked up as it is, I feel like they owed it to those victims to do that because their story needed to be told, even though
Yeah.
it's based on him. Yes,
Yeah.
Connie, he was in the service. He went to the service. They talk about that and how he got there. It's a There's a whole buildup. They do a lot of like jumping, right? So they'll do like one like future and then it jumps back to the past and then it future and then it jumps back to the past and shows how they got there. So the way that it was put together is brilliant. It's really good.
so I was watching
And I
it with.
just saw it. Is Angie and AZ?
Yeah, she told me she went to she's in Peoria with her cousin. She said she wants to go to lunch with us.
Shout out Angie. Hey girl.
Uh, I was watching it with my daughter, and she's like, "You know who that actor is?" And I'm like, "No, I don't." My daughter knows all the actors, right? She's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, he's so hot, but he plays a super creepy character." She goes, "I think he's so hot. I guess he's I don't know whatever actor."
She goes, I don't want to see him like this. I can't
Yeah.
watch him like this. She's like, I don't like seeing him like this. He's so hot. Why is he? No, this is gross. She was so upset by it. She was bothered.
It
I
does.
thought it was funny.
Favorite actor act for as in a scene a certain way, you start looking at them different, and you be like, oh,
Mhm.
I did. Just
Yeah.
like I totally respected Denzel Washington, right? And as soon as he did Training Day, I was like, oh, he's an ass. Oh, I don't like him anymore. So every time I watch other movies, I just couldn't get into his movies like I used to.
He ruined it for you. You're like,
Yeah.
you're not sexy anymore. You're a dick.
Yeah.
You're shady.
Mm-hmm.
You're shady. You be smoking that cigarette. Shady.
So
Shady.
He was a good bad guy in that one.
he was. He played it too.
So his name is
Wow.
shit. What is his name? I just had Evan Peters. Is his name.
Evan. Yeah. I couldn't remember last name. It's Evan.
No. Evan Peters.
This
is-
powerful-
Yeah.
is-
There
There was somebody that my mom recently that was in the news that she's like, oh, I love his movies. I'm not watching his movies anymore. And I'm trying to think who it was that was doing some fuck shit. But that does make you, anytime an actor you need stereotyped or whatever, I think sometimes it's tough to see him in a certain role or whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
I think I didn't know who the kid was. And then, my daughter, she knows all the movies. And there's a scene from X-Men that I really love him in, and I didn't know who the fuck he was, right? So, there you go. This is Evan Peters as Quicksilver in X-Men, and this was 7-8 years ago. I love this. I love the scene because there was two Quicksilvers in the X-Men. There was this guy, that's him there,
Mm-hmm.
and then there was another one in the MCU that he died. But I thought it was pretty cool scene. But that's the character Evan Peter, or the actor Evan Peters that plays Dahmer.
I forgot all about that scene.
Me too.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, he really nailed the Dahmer one. There was parts where he looked like really, really bad, and then there's other parts where they're like, I'm like, oh, he looks normal. Okay. He's good at becoming that character.
I was thinking, I'm not a gay man, but it seemed like a lot of guys that he was picking were very naive, like seducing them and telling them to come back to his house, his apartment for some money, and we'll pay you to take some pictures. I don't know about you, but if I was gay and some guy's like, let's go back to my pit, I'm like, nah, you've got me all the way fucked up. I ain't going nowhere with you. Taking pictures, like, I don't know. It just, I don't know if it was
the gay scene is different.
Yeah.
Usually come back to my house to take pictures means we're gonna fuck.
Yeah.
Is that what that one means? I don't know.
Yeah. And like Connie said, the boys were very young. Some of them not really. Some of them the same age as him, in their 20s. But the gay scene, especially back then, was different. I'm not even gonna say it's so much different because I have a lot of gay friends, and there's some things that they be doing that I'm like, y'all are reckless. You need to be careful. They have a lot of trust in the other people that they speak to. It's open to be doing super erotic things and orgies and all kinds of craziness, and most of them meet each other at the clubs.
They'll be having them rainbow parties.
What's that?
Right, they'll be having rainbow parties.
Yeah, well, I don't know. They're just more looser with their sexuality, and so for them in the movie, they were like, oh, sure, but I know people who do that shit these days anyways. And I think, too, you hear about the news, more heterosexual attacks happening. So maybe we're a little more cautious or we're a little more filtered and choosy. But my gay friends, they really be out there. They do. They do. Shout out to all my gays. I still love y'all. Y'all crazy. You got the best stories too. Let me say that. My gay friends got the best fucking stories. They do be having fun.
And Connie,
I'm not going back to nobody's house from the bar taking pictures. Yeah, you can fuck off.
Yeah, Connie was saying something about the dad was off. I think the dad, the mom, they were all.
Don't ruin it. Let everybody watch it. Don't ruin it. Don't give no spoiler alerts.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, and yes, Connie, I think so too. I think the whole thing stemmed from the parents.
Well, as having a gay good buddy, you learn a lot of the gay lingo. Are you into water sports and spat or splat or scat or whatever the fuck it is? So I always think of the scene from Horrible Bosses. I don't know why my fucking, hold on, my laptop is dying here. Where they have the wet work. They're like for wet work.
I'm sure you would, but there's none because that would be stupid of us, and we're not stupid.
Silly move. It's a no. Let's get started. I love this guy.
This is the real deal. I mean,
This voice,
is totally legit.
So these guys
And
think
you
he's
know
a
that
hitman.
We just want to start with the.
Whoa. Hey, wait, what's this for? Full of mess. What? Wouldn't want to leave stay now, would we? Oh my God, I knew it. Who's first? No, who's first? No, we don't want you to kill.
Yeah, we want you to kill another person. If anyone's first, probably him.
Gentlemen, what are you talking about?
Your ad said you do wet work.
That's cool. I urinate on other men for money. What was that? Why else do you think that happens in the men from seeking men section? Where was it? You fucking idiots! You be dumb. Why are we looking at the men seeking men?
Looking for a man. People let you work on their teeth. No, actually, I just hand the tools to Julia.
So mad at you telling me that.
So yeah, so there you go. Wet work. So do not, if you're a guy and you're looking for a hitman, do not look under men seeking men wet work, because you're gonna get pissed on. There you go.
That's funny. I love that movie.
We are men seeking men.
They are funny. Oh, yeah. You better know the lingo before you get yourself caught up in something. You'd be like,
Yeah,
what?
you gotta know little gay terms, you know.
I want to watch that movie now. I miss that movie. That movie's great. So many great scenes in that movie. Anything with Jason Bateman, though, sign me up.
It's so funny. Yeah, he's like, and I didn't know what water sports are. Like I said, my gay buddy's like, oh yeah, that guy's into water sports, and I'm like, what? What is that?
He water skis? Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait a second, he water skis? I like to water ski. Oh, never mind. No, I don't. No, I don't. You go to the lake? You got a boat? No. Honey,
well, if you go to the lake, people piss in it, so I guess everybody's into water sports.
That's funny.
Yeah, if you go into a public pool, you're in water sports. Ew.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah. Big old floaties when they hear, when if some little kid shits in the pool, that you see it floating, and they clear the pool. They clear the pool. Everybody out! They're shitting the pool.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Who was it? They threw a candy bar in the pool and pretended it was shit.
Oh, did everybody get out?
Yeah, it was funny, and then it ended up just being a candy bar, but it's like a whole thing.
I remember as a kid, 20, 25 years ago, they didn't have those signs, but when you go to public pools, they have that sign now. Like, you could get sick, don't drink the water. If you've had diarrhea in the last whatever, please don't get in. All this stuff. I don't remember that as kids. I guess we just took risk as a kids, right? We
completely took rest.
Yeah.
There's signs that tell you if you have diarrhea, don't go in the pool.
Yeah, if you have had I've seen some public pools, and it says if you have had diarrhea in the last 24 hours, please do not get in the pool.
My whole thing is, if you had diarrhea, why would you be at the pool?
Maybe their mom made them go.
I feel like I got diarrhea.
You know what? I don't care. That was yesterday. Get dressed. You're going to the pool. I need a break.
That's funny.
No. I'll never forget the time we had a hot tub, an exterior hot tub, and Zach wanted to go in it so bad, so he put him in it, and he shit in the hot tub. Let me tell you, that was the worst fucking experience ever. And anytime he ever had an accident, he would say, "Oh shit, I just shit."
So this probably you can't. This was a Detroit thing in the 50s and the 60s where they would, because in the city they didn't have pools, right? They would pull up with semis full of pool, and kids would jump in it, and there would be like a truck pool. Well, my dad said they stopped it in the 60s because people were getting sick. So I don't know what was going on. Yeah.
The rest from
the hot tub's warm, so I definitely would see those like pictures on a hot tub, because a hot tub in general, the warmness would probably make you want to shit. But the pool in the 60s, like what was it, like a garbage fucking can?
I don't know. I don't know. It's called was a swim mobile, but this was happening in Detroit, and they got rid of it because I guess people were getting sick. I mean, I'm not that old to know, but my dad said, yeah, they used to come around to the neighborhoods and
Well,
have
they
a
must
swim.
not have been treating the water properly because as long as the water's treated in any
It says a
container
swim
or
mobile portable pools that became popular in some parts of America in 1960. Detroit got its first swim pool in 1968. Was a 30-foot long reassembled rail car with top cut off as part of the program run by Detroit Parks and Rec. Swim Mobile was carted around the neighborhoods for kids to swim. At this point, the city had as many as six. The program ended in 1990 due to pool filtration standards, the lack of funding, converting the swim mobiles to meet the standards. So
so they were probably getting sick from the metal that they were putting it in.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. From the
Like
they
it
get.
wasn't treated, it didn't get like lined with like a sealant or something
Mm-hmm.
or an epoxy because if the water was being treated, the chlorine in it would kill any bacteria, but
your
it's
mom remembers the swim pool, the swim mobiles.
Mom, did you ever go in that? Is that like something that you guys went to? How long did that last for?
Probably not long because people got sick. People were shitting in it.
Mm-mm. It's like that crazy.
That's how everybody from the 60s has lead poisoning now.
Mm.
Drake's about to start a class action suit bringing this up.
That's great.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you guys had trailer pools, and you guys had that crazy ass slide that anybody could die of. But in the D.
She said, and y'all had the crazy ass fucking death slide. We did. You see, Joe, what I tell you, if you can make it in Detroit, you can make it anywhere.
Man.
Okay. Our parents were like, get on the fucking death slide, go swim in the toxic cesspool. You'll be fine, motherfucker.
And drink from the hose.
You drink from the water hose, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Stop running. Shut up. You running up my light bill. I remember a couple of summers of it going around. We never went in it because we always went to my aunt's house. Yeah, she had a fun pool. We just drowned over at a family member's house.
Too funny.
That's funny.
See, we were poor in Southwest Detroit. We didn't have that capabilities. People just open up the fire hydrant.
Oh, the fire hydrant was fun. Did y'all do that here, Michelle?
No.
No, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that here. They're like, motherfucker, we need this water.
Yeah, and
My dad, he had the tool to open it because I would open the one in Detroit, and I opened the one where my parents live. In less than 3 minutes, a cop showed up and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And they turned it off. They wanted to give my dad all kinds of tickets. My dad said, "Don't be doing that here. You can't do that shit here."
Yeah, we did the fire hydrant in Detroit. We did the fire hydrant all the time. Or someone would do it, we'd be running out there. That shit was wild, stepping in front of it, though. It's literally like a fire hose. You're like getting beat down. You're getting beat down with it. It's fun, though. They'd be mad as hell. Fire,
No, you never experienced that, huh? That was
no.
that was
we
awesome.
lived around the block from the fire department, so we got stopped quick.
Yeah.
It's okay. We were like, fuck it. But that was another reason why we do it so much because we're like, we live around the block from a fire department. We're safe.
No.
Don't worry.
We were turning on the sprinklers, and that's all we had. That's it. That's as close
That's
as
it. Lame ass sprinklers.
do it.
This is basically what it looked like. This is a scene from Do the Right Thing. But yeah, this is what it looked like.
Oh, I stopped more faster than that. More faster. That was my English. There you get it going.
There you go.
There it is.
Yep. So that was the fun in the Detroit area.
Yeah, that was fun in the hood.
It looks fun.
Hey, don't it look fun? You're getting hit
Just
with
gonna
the
open
water
up the
out of
fire
the
hydrant
bucket.
right now.
They needed something like that here because before Arizona really like transitioned from swamp cooler to AC, we would have loved that in the summertime
So it's
because
Mm.
funny
our
because we
swamp.
would in Detroit, if you open the fire hydrant so many times, they would put a lock on the top so you couldn't open it, and then they would put because you have to turn the thing. They would put a cap on it because they got tired of coming to turn it off.
Oh
So
wow.
they would block the fire hydrant. They would do that all through the neighborhoods because people, guys, that was our summer. We would open the fire hydrant.
Hmm, sounds like fun.
What's a swamp cooler? What?
She said,
Yeah,
"What's a swamp cooler?"
you don't know what a swamp cooler is?
I don't
That's when
want.
you got
Listen,
swamp. You
I
got
I want to
swamp.
know, but I don't want to ever experience
Shit,
anything called a
shit,
swamp
you put a
cooler.
swamp. You put your swamp ass in a swamp cooler.
Well, you do get swamp ass in the heat of summer, and do not let it rain. Oh, it totally doesn't work. So swamp cooler is like this box that has this filter in it, right? And it has a little motor that turns the water that will wet the filters and let the cool air blow in. But it only worked in April, parts of May, and you were out of luck all the way through June through August. Yeah. And it only
Really?
had high and low. So either you were going to freeze to death or either you were going to just stay hot.
Where do you
Or
get one of these? You have to make it?
no, you can, they used to sell them at Home Depot, Lowe's, all that good stuff, Ace Hardware.
It was
They
called swamp
have some,
cooler.
yeah, they still have some. They're ancient.
It's
Ancient.
like what is it? Like a old school air conditioner, but not.
So it's before Arizona, got AC in the '60s or in the '50s or whatever. It was a swamp cooler. So what it would do is, you would put water in it, and then it would blow cool water. Because it's not humid here, it would work like a big blower, cool
Mm,
air, not AC air, but it would be cool air.
The airflow.
They're a big. It looks like a big box. If you drive around Phoenix, a lot of people still have them. They have
yes.
those and the ACs because before AC they had a swamp cooler.
Yeah, like
That's the
yeah,
best name they could think of for that.
I
yeah.
guess.
But that it literally it you loved it, you enjoyed it for the first part, but in the summer it was just hot air blowing. No matter how many times you changed the filter, the water pump, it just didn't work. It was
It was
useless.
like heat. It was like a heater at that point because it was
You
hot air blowing.
with wet clothes because that's the only way to stay cool. It was crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, it was rough, man. And
She said it was rough.
it was rough. I mean, the 80s and the 90s and part of the early 2000s, man,
Because you couldn't just put up fans, right?
you could put up fans, but it still didn't circulate to make
It's still hot air circulating. Oh,
Right.
she froze.
That's that CenturyLink.
I said CenturyLink. It's a damn CenturyLink and swamp cooler shit she got over there.
don't
Swamp
come from
cooler. You got that
it's my
swamp
bill.
cooler. You got that CenturyLink fiber over there.
Fiber. Okay. Let me know when you want to come over to the good side. Call me.
So I know college football's going on. Michigan's up 7-0. It's actually 7-3 now. I just saw them score.
Mm.
Psych. Kidding.
So talk about Detroit. GM shift course will call workers back to office. GM employees who have been working remotely due to a pandemic will required to return to office at least 3 days a week starting later this year. The
It's
pandemic,
about time.
pandemic is over, y'all.
3 days. That's it. They're only on 3 days.
Yeah, they're probably next year. Everybody's probably going to go back to work that were remote. Probably going to go back next year.
Remote is so much better though.
I love working remote.
Yeah, I don't want to look at you every day.
Mm.
You know,
Mm-mm. I want
I want
to
to do my
just
own
get
thing.
ready and go in front of the camera and have literally a 2-minute walk instead of a half-hour commute.
Mm.
Exactly.
And I got to put regular pants on. I
Hey,
really like
you know what I don't
wearing my
get.
jogging pants.
My sister's working remotely. She works for Wells Fargo. You know what I don't get? They got to be saving lots of money because
Mm-hmm.
they don't have these big corporate offices. They don't have to turn on these ACs. They don't have to turn on power. Um, I would think that if your performance was fine, why not leave you remote? Like that doesn't make sense. If you can do a job from home, why don't you just leave these people at home? You
Exactly.
know,
I think
especially especially with gas prices going back up. Like
yeah,
let these people stay home, right?
Mm-hmm.
I totally
I
agree.
mean, I don't get it. Now Wells Fargo, and I'm going to bash Wells Fargo. Um, when I worked for Cable One, of course, they're a cable company, internet company. They paid for our internet. They gave us reimbursement. Of course, working for Cox, you get free internet, but um, Wells Fargo don't. You're working for remotely. They don't pay for their internet.
Really?
That's your problem. Yeah, and I'm like,
Really?
yeah, I'm like, that's really shitty. Like even during the pandemic, they wouldn't when you couldn't come to work, you were required to pay for your internet. So you know what, Wells Fargo,
Well, what if
you ain't shit. That's all I got to tell
yeah,
you.
what if they can't afford it?
Then you
Yeah.
don't.
What
Then
if
you
you worked what if you didn't work from home and you never had internet? It just wasn't something you needed, and then now all of a
so
sudden because of something you had to work from home, so they force you?
yeah. So I was talking to my sister. She said some people had to come to the office those onesie and twosies because they didn't have internet at home,
That's crazy.
even during the height of the pandemic. Yeah.
Yeah, because even the company I was working and doing remote customer service, they said if you can't afford your internet bill, they would pay for it with no questions asked.
Oh,
So
well, I would be all right. Even if I could afford it, I'd be like, oh, I can't afford this.
even
I'm gonna
President
do the
Biden made a
get this
statement
bill.
saying the pandemic is over. There you go.
Hmm.
I know
I don't
people.
know. I don't know about over. There's so many repercussions to everything that's happened and gone on. We're going to be feeling this for a minute still.
Yeah. So flu season is expected to flare up in the U.S. Winters rise fear of twindemic. So flu, pandemic, monkeypox, all kinds of shit.
BC red, all the things.
The flu has virtually disappeared for 2 years as a pandemic rages, but influenza appears to poison stage comeback this year, threatening to cause a long feared twindemic. While the flu and the coronavirus are both notoriously unpredictable, there's a good chance that COVID will surge again this winter, and trouble signs of flu could return as well. So make
It
sure you.
didn't disappear. It didn't disappear. Just everything, anybody who got sick just assumed cold-like symptoms that it was COVID. And a lot of people who did get the flu ended up getting COVID too, which was
Crazy.
crazy because their immune system was down. So it didn't disappear. It just wasn't being reported properly. And I also feel that this, and I won't know, we won't know until we see what plays out, but I feel that this flu is probably going to be a little more ruthless because I feel like it's got some other shit mixed in it now.
Hmm.
So there's strains out there that I feel of this flu that are like super flu
Yeah.
because of everything that's the people who had COVID with it. And be careful, y'all. The flu is just as deadly, and it leads to pneumonia and all kinds of other things. So it's coming. It's coming for
So
us.
my parents, like I said last week, they got COVID, and then that they took that medicine, I guess, that you take when you get COVID, it's called Paxlovid or something. And I'm worried about them. They're traveling next week back to Phoenix, and they say you can rebound on that pill if you don't wait so many days or whatever. So,
Why don't they wait?
huh?
Why don't they just wait another week?
That's what I told them. But my sister asked for this medicine. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Paxlovid, Paxlovid. So it's given for HIV and COVID, and for whatever reasons, doctors don't want to give this medicine because there's a short supply of it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would better safe than sorry. Wait an extra week.
Right.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yeah, it will, because they said you're I don't know, something to do with the medicines or whatever.
How
So
are they feeling?
they said they're feeling better, but not they're
They're not.
still yeah.
Not
So it says
100.
13 things to know about Paxlovid, the latest COVID-19 pill. It said how it works is an antiviral therapy, consists of two separate medications. When should you take it? 5 days into COVID. Uh, so it is similar to Theraflu. And then, this is the pill that you take uh, um, to kind of combat COVID. So,
But if it's similar to Theraflu, then why didn't you just tell them to take Theraflu instead of like,
because
Right.
yeah? I mean, like,
Mhm.
if they're going to compare it to an over-the-counter drug, take the.
This is a drug they give people for HIV. That doesn't make any sense.
That's what I was
So
thinking.
side effects are hives, uh, trouble swallowing, swelling of the mouth, lips, throat, hoarseness, skin rash, diarrhea, impaired sense of taste, increased blood pressure, muscle aches, abdominal pain, nausea, feeling generally unwell. Kind of stuff.
So I'm
Yeah,
a
that doesn't sound like a cure for anything. Sounds like
So
it's just
this is the thing. It says they have been reported rebound COVID-19 symptoms in some within 2 to 8 days after completing the 5-day course of Paxlovid. In this case, some have tested positive again, but no symptoms. So that's why I told them to wait. You know, wait about a week after they have no symptoms. So.
hmm
Mhm.
But even after you came out positive with COVID, you'll continue to test out positive for a little bit. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but you still test. I mean, because even when we were at the pandemic was going on and we were having to put people in hotels before we brought them in the shelter, they were
Hmm.
still positive, and we literally had to wait like 15 days, and even after 15 days, they were still testing positive.
Yeah.
Mm.
When
What'd you say?
Mm-hmm.
I said, and they had no symptoms at all, but they were still testing.
Mm.
They're still testing positive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick to my home remedies until I can't anymore. Sure am.
Yep.
Yep.
Go boil me a root real quick and make me a tea.
I know that's right. A little witchcraft in a pot.
Stirry stir.
So like I said, so when Biden says it's over, I think we're still going to go through it a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back.
To be
Because
right back.
you got to think about it. It really affects during the humid times, and it affects in the cold, wherever
Right.
it's cold. So it's going to flare up no matter what. Then they're going to say it's a new strain of COVID virus. And I'm like, they didn't have cousins, they didn't have babies, they didn't have uncles. How many more strands of this COVID strand we're going to have?
Yeah, they got too many strands.
Keep it to yourself.
Yep.
But I mean, if sore throat is a issue, marshmallow root is always good.
Marshmallow root.
Doesn't taste like marshmallow though. It's kind of really gross, nasty, but it works.
I gotta wait for the. I was gonna talk about this story, but I gotta wait for Tori to come back. This is some crazy stuff. Doobie Brothers founder, member, drummer John Hartman dead at 72. Musician John Hartman, co-founder, original drummer for the Doobie Brothers, has died. 72 years old. The band announced Hartman's death Thursday on their official social media page. Hartman, wild spirit, great spirit, showman. Today we were thinking of John Hartman on Little John to us. The band said John was a wild spirit, great drummer and showman during his times with the Doobie Brothers. So another legend has gone at 72.
Oh wow.
The Doobie Brothers.
You know, I vaguely remember them. Like I know who they are, but I can't remember much about them for whatever reason.
Can't remember much about him.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's horrible. So, any big plans for today besides gym and cleaning and
No, actually, no. I really do want a garden though. I love plants. Plants to me are like life. It just colors and greenery and very therapeutic for me. My
yeah,
zone.
we need to have some grow some have wine grapes in the back and
Hey,
grow some. We have some wine.
well, I could have the grapes for wine and then the leaves for doma because I love doma. So
Mm.
you know. What about yourself? What are you getting? What are you getting into?
I got to work today.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got to work today.
That's not.
So
Well, if my clients would quit calling me or texting me, I should say, I would be off work too myself.
you be off work.
Yeah.
Mm.
No, I'm like, it's the weekend, yo. I'm not working.
The weekend, yo.
Stop.
State Fair started yesterday. Are you going to go to the State Fair?
I might go this year. I haven't gone in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I mean, just to get into the gate was like, it was pricey. Unless you went on those special days, they had like, something going on and
Mm.
they were counting it. But I think this year I do want to go because I want to see if they still have the same, probably not the same, but there's an Indian fried bread person that used to always be there. And
Mm.
I like a good Indian fried bread with some green chili. So good.
You guys talked about the Doobie Brothers?
Yeah.
Cash card automatically adjusts to earn you more cash back in
I
your top.
found them.
Yeah,
It's
he was
sad.
a drummer.
One of my all-time favorite songs is Blackwater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was 72, so he died quite young, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of my all-time favorite songs. So good.
So God.
They got a lot of great songs.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, people don't think
just
about them until the song comes on and you're like, oh, this was a jam. This is a classic.
Your mom just was reminiscing. I think she put something in the chat.
Did she? Yeah, my mom loved her some Michael McDonald.
Yeah, here you go. Here's what we just talked about. The State Fair just started yesterday.
Which is kind of the Great Gourmet is joining me. Dominic Palmieri, how are you doing today? We are doing amazing. It's State Fair time again, and you're right. This is the biggest party in all of Arizona right now, and the weather is going to get better really quick. And it doesn't matter because there's so many things to do at the fair. You got to come 2 times.
Yeah, and you guys are starting early this year.
We're starting a little bit early this year, but it's okay. We're adding an extra week, so because so many people came last year, we know we needed to add a few more days.
Oh, it's wonderful. Well,
There it is, the State Fair.
I want to go 2 times this year.
Yeah.
I want to go for rides. Well, not necessarily all rides, but I really just want to go for the food. I can't eat all the food in one day because it's just too much. So, got got to go 2 times so that you can get the food you like, and you're not walking around like a beached whale with itis.
Right.
Plus, there was a woman there last year that read my cards, and she was really good. So I'd like to see her again too. She read my cards. She read my boyfriend's cards. She was pretty on point.
Oh, shoot.
Pretty on point. So, in your mom's neck of your woods in Chesterfield, a Detroit radio host murdered by a family critically injured by house guests. A Michigan radio host was murdered Friday after him and his family were savagely attacked in their home by guests who tried to kill themselves, according to local reports. WWJ 950 overnight anchor Jim Matthews was with his girlfriend and 2 children on the Detroit condo noon when they allegedly invited over a man who lived across the street. Neighbor had seen a man, Matthews' girlfriend, in the past. So Chesterfield, I believe, isn't that on the east side?
No, that's a little bit more north, but I'm really confused on how you read that.
Yeah. So
the neighbor killed him?
And we are updating our top story this afternoon, and it's one that's hitting home for us here at WWJ, and it's very difficult to report. Our overnight news anchor, Jim Matthews, was killed this afternoon in Chesterfield Township. As you heard, Jim's girlfriend and 2 children are currently hospitalized. Jim worked as the overnight news anchor here for nearly 7 years. He would often talk to coworkers about his children and his love for them and their adventures at school. He was a consummate professional and was dedicated to WWJ and the broadcasting industry. He loved delivering the latest news to his listeners every night. There have been many tears shed in our newsroom this afternoon. Our thoughts and our prayers go out to Jim's family and friends.
One of the nicest guys you ever want to meet, always willing to sit down and talk to you, always friendly, no matter whether it was midnight, 5 a.m., whatever time it was that he was here. Jim was always that guy, the friendly guy, the guy who would stick his neck out for you, and the guy who said, hey, look, you need some help, you need anything, I'm the guy to come to. So Jim will definitely be missed.
Huge loss.
That's our news station in Detroit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's sad. So the neighbor murdered him?
I guess so. That's what I read.
And did you say something about the neighbor was with his girlfriend?
No, the neighbor hurt the girlfriend and the kid too, as well.
Oh, wow.
Before Chesterfield police showed up.
Wow.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
You just never know.
I saved this story for you. I thought this was hilarious. Utah mom, I'm pregnant at 56 with my son's baby.
What?
There's 2 things wrong with that.
I got so many damn questions right now. What the fuck?
For one, what the hell did you get pregnant at 56? And then 2, what were you thinking about?
Nah, number 1 is you got pregnant by your son. Number 1, what the fuck?
No.
Family in Utah certainly have a story to tell their newest member because a 56-year-old woman is carrying her son's baby. You read that right. A 56-year-old Nancy Hawk volunteered to carry her sons Jeff and his wife Cambry.
You motherfucker. You done read that wrong. She's their surrogate.
But I just had to tell you.
You're a dick.
Cambry is unable to carry pregnancy and get a life-saving hysterectomy. I thought that was funny.
I would do that. I would do that for somebody.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny.
I can't now that I'm having all these procedures done, but I would do that if I could.
I
just don't want to keep the baby. I had
to tell you that story, the headline. That's the way it read.
No.
That's terrible. Why would you even read that?
That's horrible. But I'll be honest with you. If I was 56 and somebody asked me to be their surrogate, I'd be like, no.
That's your child, though.
Yeah, but I can't. It's too much.
Well, no. Think about this.
Look at this picture.
What is this?
Even the father looks kind of like, hey, we're surprised.
He's like, oh, we did.
So it's funny because I have 2 things I have to say on that. One, if that's your only child, and your only child and his wife are really trying to have a baby, and there's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of times you can't find a surrogate unless you pay them. They're, so maybe financially they just can't afford it and they want a baby so bad. And the mother is like, you know what? I'm at an age right now where it's like now or never. And I'm okay to do this. And maybe they don't have a lot of family. Maybe they don't have a lot of people they can trust to do this. Maybe they don't know a lot of people that they know will take care of their body while carrying their child. So I can understand. I'm not saying that I would want to do it at 56, but I could understand if it was for your kid, it was your, all the what ifs that could go into it, and why you would say, I'll make this sacrifice for you because I want you to have a baby. I want a grandchild. We should keep all that. But that's a big risk at 56. It's a very big risk. Like, she must be super healthy and not have had any issues, which shout out to her for 56 being able to carry, because that in itself is incredible, let alone being selfless enough to do such a thing and at that age.
I think it's a very good selfless act. I think when my mind,
it's just not for me.
But I had not really good pregnancy, so I was always going into labor. So I guess I'm just looking at more as an individual aspect versus looking at it overall like it's a good thing. I just know my kids came to me and
I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying I could see how she would.
Like, it was rough carrying y'all.
Yeah, but again, like, I guess, I might, a lot of situations, everybody's situation is different. You don't know the history. Like me having one child that passed away and only one living now, I could see why I would do that if that was something for my living child, and then maybe they couldn't, right? So I would look at that. I have a instructor who taught me. He just taught me for some of my training for my new position at work. His wife was the surrogate for somebody else in the company. And she had twins. Yes. So he told us they get together every Thursday and like play cards and have dinner. And she delivered the twins like not that long ago. They're not even a year old. But he said it was the best, telling people, yeah, my wife's pregnant, but they're not mine. And he would tell people. He would tell people, my wife's pregnant, but they're not. It's not by me. My wife's pregnant by a different man. He would say that too. And then I think their pregnancy pictures, they did theirs, but then they brought him and his wife in, right? And they did like funny stuff, like, it's not, she's pregnant, I'm not the father. And they had like signs and stuff.
That's fun.
And I think that too, like, I think that's awesome that they did that for their friends. And they get to see the babies, but give them away. Let me just help you out and keep it moving. But the jokes he was telling us that he would tell, and my wife's knocked up. It's not by me. And he would tell people in public.
I don't know. I would have conditions. I feel like someone want to give me a mommy makeover if I'm 56 and I'm about to do mommy makeover.
Yeah, you have to pay for, let's put the deposit down and set a date for my surgery. And that's all I'm asking.
Hey.
That's all I'm asking. And you pay for my maternity clothes and shit like that. Right? Any extra cravings I have, that's fine, but just pay for my body to get done after. My titty's going to be on my waist. My titty's at my waist. Let's set that date now. Get that done. Yeah, we're good to go.
I'd be like, that's the selfish thing that I want is my mom.
Yeah, I want a vagina tightening too. I want all the things.
Thank you.
I want the works. Yeah. It don't snap back as easy when you get older. You got to do all kinds of exercises and creams and gadgets. Just get that, put a couple stitches in it. We're good.
Stitches. Couple stitches.
The bounce back, coochie.
The coochie
I want that
bounce
bounce
back.
back coochie.
The coochie bounce back.
It's
So
important. It's so
it's very
important.
important. It's very important.
Very important.
Speaking of coochie bounce back, y'all hip on Kegel Balls?
I love
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Wear them all
Man,
day.
I love them. The only thing I hate is I forget I got one in and then I go pee.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, I literally dropped this thing in the toilet. They
Yeah.
are good though. It's not just, we're making it a sexual thing, but they're actually good for women who have had children or any kind, older women, anybody who has any kind of incontinence where women know you sneeze, you pee, you
Yeah.
cough, you pee, you get excited, you pee, you get scared, you pee,
Go to
right?
jump pee. Yeah.
Right. Jump out the
Yeah.
car too quick, peed your
You pee.
pants.
You pee. You pee.
So basically what it is it's a set. You can get them in sets. You can get them on Amazon. They come latex free. They're like, there are a material that's really, they have ones that are made out of different stuff, right? Different materials. I personally like the ones that are like rubber-like because they're softer for me, I think. But they're weighted balls. And you put them in, they're weighted balls. You put them in in your vagina. They have like a little strap on it so you can pull it out.
Yeah.
Like a pull tab. And there's different sizes. And the bigger ones weigh less and the smaller ones weigh more. And it's because you work your way to the smaller one.
Mm-hmm.
So you start with one and you maybe use that for like a week or two. It just depends. And then you trade it for another one. And then you trade it for another one. There's different sizes and shapes. And it makes a huge difference on incontinence. Plus, it just makes the coochie snap back, period. It gives you tighter muscles, but it's good. It's good for vagina health. It's really, really good. Now, even if you don't have sex, it's like they're really good to get a set and do that. I think all women should do that. When I first saw them, I was like, what the fuck is this freaky ass shit? But the biggest problem. What?
Allow me to retort.
Oh,
what happened?
I don't know, but I can't hear you. What'd you say?
Allow me to retort.
Stop, not you.
You hold up. Am I having any technical difficulties?
I was like, what is happening?
Ass.
Come closer. I can't hear you.
I said it. I think it's a necessity for women to have. I think that's has to be one of their regimens that they need to have throughout their life, especially like you said, after having children. It's like
well, even as you get older, your pelvic floor, gets weak. Women who aren't as toned in the midsection, that happens to them as well because your core controls that. So if you don't have a toned belly and you're carrying extra weight, and Lord knows we all are after the pandemic. In the last 2 years our weight has shifted different areas. It's just good for women's health and your uterus health, your vaginal health, just your reproductive system health in general.
Yeah,
it's really good. And they're cheap. They're not very expensive. If you don't stop, they're cheap. We're gonna get you some Kegel balls. We're gonna stick it in your butt.
So guess what? While we're talking about Kegel balls and Kegel this, Johnny Depp is dating his lawyer now.
Oh my God.
I saw that. I was like, well, good.
But it's not the one. What was her name? It
Camille?
Wasn't no, this one is from.
I was like,
this
oh,
is
he
the
found
UK
somebody
one.
on team.
Oh, there's that CenturyLink again.
CenturyLink. He's like,
I'm Rick James, bitch.
There's that CenturyLink fiber.
Jolly Rich.
We'll keep coming for her.
People. Hey.
I'm gonna screenshot her every time she freezes. She's like, "Fuck these people."
golly, Rich.
Say it again.
But they're not exclusive.
What do you mean they're not exclusive?
Because Rich is still married but not separated.
Oh yeah. She's still married.
Yeah.
Well, they can still be exclusive. It just means that.
Well, that's an excuse for a guy. Well, you're still married, so. You know.
So did she get separated because she got with Johnny, or was she already? That's what I want to know.
She was already separated.
She was already separated?
In the entertainment world, now you don't really hear about her too much, but Mia Long, she was married to a Boston Celtics coach, and he cheated. Boston
with a coworker.
Suspended Imad Aduka for entering the season. Coach apologized. So how the Celtic had just suspended Imad the entire season, saying coach violated team policies. So she's getting a little long in the tooth, but I guess
long in the tooth. What are you talking about?
She's getting a little long in the tooth.
Mia Long?
Yeah.
Mia Long.
Yeah, Mia Long.
I think you're really judgy on this long in the tooth thing. I think that women should be able to age gracefully without being called long in the tooth or ugly. She is hot. Whoever the fuck cheats on Mia Long is really stupid. Like it doesn't even matter. Like what? Where is she long in the tooth?
He wanted to try some other pussy.
But where is she long in the? No, we need to go back to this insult you threw at Mia Long. I'm not sitting well with it. Where's she long in the tooth?
She looks like she's getting old a little bit.
You're supposed to be able to age gracefully. Okay.
It was with a consensual, intimate relationship with a woman whose roles on the Celtics staff violated Boston. As according to Uda, is facing ban from the team, could be significant job loss. So, I guess he was
just looked up her picture. She's so hot.
He was having relations.
Do you think that that's right? That he's getting in trouble for doing that?
Yeah, I think just like the military, there's policies, and you're supposed to uphold this good character, and I think it makes you look like a shitty character.
She's so pretty. I can't believe you called her long in the tooth.
I think she's long in the tooth.
I'm disappointed in your judgment right now. Not everybody has to be 25 to be hot.
Well, she's long in the tooth. She hasn't hit the wall yet.
Are you kidding me right now? You don't have to be 25 to be hot. 40, 45 is where it's at, is the new. So them little 25-year-olds ain't got shit on us. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you guys got the Kegel Balls.
Wrinkles and all. Motherfucker running circles around them. How dare you? Man, Nia Long is hot. Anybody that cheats on her done played their own damn self. But I will say this. She's been with this man for like 8 years. Baby, if he didn't give you a ring and you didn't take his last name and marry you, you should have already known he was up to fuck shit. So I'm not saying she should have got cheated on, but what I'm saying is she stayed around for too damn long. I feel like she needed that to happen for her to keep it moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 8 years of her life she can't get back that he didn't fully commit to her. So that's my view on it. He done played himself. She's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like lots of men's fantasy.
Really? She was
like. Are you kidding me? She's so fucking
like Friday.
Are you kidding me right now? You're gonna tell me that this woman right here is not hot? Huh?
She's very pretty.
She's gorgeous. Even
and her skin looks great.
Yeah, even just dressed down regular, she's beautiful.
know. She's beautiful.
Drake said she was long in the tooth.
What?
Right. I'm like, well, you know what? How could Drake like them young girls? You know, she was old.
Yes.
What is considered old anyways?
Anybody over 27?
Oh hell no.
This is when she was. This is when she was hot.
She was like 23.
She's still attractive now, though.
Gorgeous.
Ooh. Hey, my mama got ass too. Just give me 3.5 minutes, maybe 4. She'll be wanting to marry today. Poor mama. Yeah. Older the berry, sweeter the juice.
It's the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice.
She blacker than a motherfucker too.
Well done.
There you go.
I'm trying to find her Instagram right now. Yep, because I'm about to pull this up.
Pull it up. The iconic bar of soap with 2 weird claims to fame has stuck around for nearly 150 years. Walking in Walmart, Target, and any drugstore chain in the neighborhood of Corner in New York City, dwellers chance you'll find Ivory soap, pack of 10 bars under $5 sitting on the shelf. So Ivory, 150 years old. You know, I don't know, when body wash came out, I went to body wash. I think I got disgusted the first time I saw a bar of soap and there was like hair on it. I'm like, I'm good. You know?
Yeah, no.
I'm still looking up Neil Long pictures. Sorry.
There you go. Look how,
Sorry.
I mean, it says right here, Procter Gamble, Cincinnati. That motherfucker, damn, that shit's old.
That's old as hell.
Yeah.
But you know what? I just never liked it, bar soaps. It just it cleaned you, but you were just dry as hell. Like your skin was dry. And then they said it moisturized. I was like, you're a liar because you didn't put nothing in it that would moisturize my skin. But I do hear what you're saying about the hair being on the bar soap. It is kind of nasty. So body wash all the way.
Yeah, I just, like I said, I think when you see it, you're like, ooh, you know?
I would say, though, Irish Spring be having you smelling good all day.
Yeah, but Irish Spring also kills freaking mosquitoes.
It's okay. I don't use that anymore, but I loved how it just smelled good all day. You could smell it like I like good smells. I like strong smells. I don't like not smelling my soap halfway through the day. I'm weird like that. I want the strongest smelling fabric softener, laundry soap, body wash, super soft. Smells yummy. Like smells so good you want to bite me. I smell so good.
Oil.
Yeah, oil will work really well. That's what I use.
Me too.
Well, or I use, like, if I go to a holistic shop and I find some really good all natural soap, I'll get a bar of that to use. But some of those are drying too.
And they say it's supposed to be moisturizing for your skin, but I just have not found it to happen.
Yeah. When you do find it, it's very selective, and then it goes away because it's not the same batch. So. And I just found pictures of me along with braids. So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Like, what?
She's really fighting me on this.
But I'm really upset because you'll be calling everybody long in the tooth because they got older. And I'm like, what the hell is he talking about?
She's only 51. She's not even old.
To who?
Okay. But see, I think that's a man thing, though.
I do. I really do.
You know what? They just Women, we kind of like, we're not visual, so we'll accept you the way you look and how you age. But men are judgy as hell, and I'd be like, but you ain't all 6-pack neither, my friend.
Okay, thank you. Like, first of all, secondly, what you're old too.
Like, your jawline is dropped. Excuse me, sir.
Your jawline is dropped. Gravity taking place on you too, boo boo.
Balls ain't holding up like they used to. They're hanging down a little.
You and your rooster nuts.
There you go. Hair on
the long thing.
Oh, that's gross, yeah.
What is that?
Hair on soap.
That's right. Mickey, I'm gonna turn my camera off.
Somebody's really nasty if they allowed that much hair to accumulate. Now, it's one thing to see one strand, but that was like somebody literally took all the hair out their brush or comb and put it on the bar.
And that was like they shaved and then rubbed it on their shaver pieces.
That's not exfoliating, baby. That's nasty. No.
I'm so grossed out right now. I'm like, I can't even talk. I'm over there itching. I got my arms crossed.
It says if you're so you're getting laid.
Let me know when you're finished.
That looked like somebody just shaved and literally tried to wash themselves with that and left it on there. Oh gosh, horrible. Oh,
I'm gonna throw up.
Ew.
I can't right now with you. Stop. Change the subject.
Gross.
This is why I don't take showers at people's houses. I'll only shower at my mother's house. That's it. That's why I love my people, but if I stay at their house and I gotta stay the night, please have a bathroom that nobody uses. Let me go in that one. Don't let me, or just wash it all before I come. Bleach it out. Don't take out all the hairy bars of soap. Wash
all the hair off the bar of soap.
Stop.
Ew.
Can we change the subject when milk is watering?
So, my sister's moving back to Michigan, and I always tell her, you should look at different parts of the country. So, long weekend in Nashville, Music City tourist boom, led by thriving nightlife. They say Nashville is really nice place to live. Food, the music, the economy is good. Here you go. They said that's a great
I
city.
follow a guy that does. He just got 3 Airbnbs in Nashville. It's like a hot spot.
Nashville is the perfect hybrid between city life and roots. Just a great Nashville's popularity and boost by great weather, incredible convenience, great food.
Definitely the food.
Yeah.
But they also you get to see all the seasons there too. Still.
Yeah. The mountains are beautiful there. The forest, everything there is nice.
The food's got to be amazing. I've never been. I've been wanting to go.
I say we take a Nashville trip.
Yeah, I think the food was probably amazing.
Oh yes. Oh, definitely yes.
I just wanted to stay in a log cabin there and do all the the outdoor. They have zip lining over the trees and all that fun stuff. There's this bobsledding thing through the forest. They have all kinds of fun activities, and then stay in the log cabin for a little while and then do a downtown trip where I really want to go to Dolly Parton's her hotel.
Oh, I didn't know she had a hotel.
Yeah, oh my God, it's so cute.
A lot of big country singers. I mean, Johnny Cash performed right at the barbecue downtown. Early performed by legendary Johnny Cash. A lot
of fun stuff downtown to do. Yeah, her hotel is adorable. Everything is pink and white. It's so cute. It's super, super cute.
Yeah.
Let's go. I say we take a trip.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Are we driving or flying?
Flying.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, Beachor Brit woman, 45, dies after feeling unwell as she walked out to the sea in Portugal. Authorities were alerted yesterday. Portugal National, the elements of sorry, somebody's calling me. Elements of local command of police in Portugal rescue crews rushed to the scene. They try to revive woman who declared dead as soon as their body is now in Portugal. I don't know why she died. It doesn't say. She just went out to sea and wasn't feeling well. 45-year-old tourist complaining about feeling unwell after getting out of water. Maybe they're gonna think maybe something in the water made her sick. I don't know. It's weird. It doesn't say much more. I just read it. She said she felt unwell. The water looks really good, so I don't know. Maybe there was like something in the water or something.
That's crazy.
Be careful where you swim, y'all. Could be some floating kitties.
You're stupid.
Well, you know what? I mean, even like when we go to like Lake Pleasant and stuff, they let you know how the stuff starts like it's some type of bacteria that grows on the boats. And they say if you see this, don't remove it. But I'm like, okay, the boats go in the water and it gets on the boats. So how does that affect us who go in the water and swim?
Not good.
Yeah.
Not good at all. We're taking all that in. I don't know. As I get older, I start to pay attention to that stuff a little bit more. When we were kids, we didn't even care.
No.
Now,
When you get older, you start thinking. You be like, I think a lot of the stuff we did when we were younger, we didn't really, we were true survivors because some of the stuff was not safe, not healthy, wasn't right.
Did you see the off topic? Did you see or did you speak about when I walked away? Remember the movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
Yeah, she died. Yeah.
Yeah, Nurse Ratched.
Nurse Ratched.
Yeah, she died. 88 years old.
Oh, she lived a good life.
Yeah, she did. That was a great movie.
Yeah.
She had a good character. She's fucking nuts.
I came here to find love, but instead I found a
came to
best.
find love. Sorry, or the commercial came up. I came to find love.
I'm trying to find. Are you about to play a clip?
Yeah, it was, but
okay. Want me to wait?
Yeah, give me a second.
There was something I was gonna tell you guys. I never watched the show.
I try to stay out of fresh water. I know I haven't been to swimming in the lakes in a while, but I don't know, especially with Lake Pleasant. I just think there might be
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most
piranhas. There you go. Shell, don't be going to Lake Pleasant.
See, that's horrible. And I do like going to the lakes. Shoot. Oh, that's horrible. Not good.
Do you guys remember the actor? He was from that Riverdale show. Actor Ryan Grantham. He was charged with first. He was going to go kill Kevin Trudeau. Do you guys remember that back in like about a year and a half ago?
No.
So he the actor, he was from that. Did you ever watch that show Riverdale?
Not really.
Okay, so he played a character named Jeffrey Augustine in Riverdale, and he's 24 years old. So when this took place, he was probably about 22. When he killed his mother. So he killed his mother and then shot her in the head. And then he, the following day, he loaded his car with guns, ammo, Molotov cocktails, and directions to Rideau Cottage, where Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau lives.
Mm-hmm.
So he was sentenced yesterday. Was he sent yesterday? No, a few days ago he was sentenced. So it's been about 6 months after he pled guilty to killing his mother, but I saw that, and I don't know if you guys ever watched that show, Riverdale. Yeah, I wasn't like a big fan of it, but I watched some of the episodes. It was one of those, those high school kind of shows people watched and stuff. But yeah, fucking nuts.
That is crazy. Here's Nurse Ratchet. She was 88. This is one.
Well, I can only
over Cuckoo's Nest,
speculate
1975.
as to the reasons why.
There she is there.
Have you ever speculated, Mr. Harding, that perhaps you are impatient with your wife because she doesn't meet your mental requirements?
Perhaps, but you see, the only thing I can really speculate on, Nurse Ratchet, is the very existence of my life, with or without my wife, in terms of human relationships, the juxtaposition of one person to another, the form, content.
Buddy, why don't you knock off the bullshit and get to the point?
Great movie. If you've never seen it, one of Jack Nicholson, I believe he got a Best Actor performance or whatever. But great. I'm still blown away about the lady 52 having her son's baby. I just saw it again. I was laughing because I was having this conversation with Marissa. And she's like, "That's so creepy, like the stepmom porn." Like, she's like, "I don't even know why guys are into those stepmom porn, babysit porn, stepbrother porn." She's like, "That's just weird."
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't understand what the fantasy of that is.
Huh?
I just, you can go find any old lady. Why is it got to be your stepmom? That's gross.
Guys like that.
How about the older neighbor?
Anything you could think of, guys want to see.
How about Nia Long? I heard she's old.
She's old.
I mean, fuck it, right? Why is it gonna be your stepmom? Cringy as hell.
Cringy.
I dated a guy who, I could tell that he had underlying fantasies about that, and he wouldn't come out and say it, but every so often he would ask me, he'd say some weird ass shit, and I'm like, wait, what? Are you into that? He'd be like, I think he asked me the one time. I stopped talking to him right after that because I was like so grossed out. My whole demeanor changed, but I made a comment about, I said something like about not like in my pajamas or something, and my kids were home, my sons, and he goes, "Oh, are you walking around with no underwear around your sons?" But the way he said it, I was like, "Whoa, you got a mommy fetish, huh? This is weird." I instantly stopped talking to him. People say shit that rubs you the wrong way. I'm like, bro, why would you even say some fucked up shit like that? Like, no, I'm good. We're gonna block you.
Here you go.
You're the guy that wants to fuck his mom. This is weird.
You know I'm not the little boy that I used to be. I'm all alone now, baby, can't you see? Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's
That's crazy.
Okay, that's different. It's Stacy's mom. It's not your mom. Dom.
Well,
Okay,
you said that when Dom
listen, it's
played
okay.
football.
You got young guys checking you out. It's okay. Not my own kid though. Ew.
No, I know, but when you said Dom said when he used to play football, his friends would be checking you out, and
They
he
did, but
he
my
would
son's friends knew not to step to me. They were respectful, and they knew my son would kick their ass. Now, after they got out of high school, do you know how many friend requests from his friends I got? I still have one of them from the football team that stays steady in my inbox, having a whole conversation with me. I don't even talk back to him because I knew when he first contacted me, I was like, "Oh, hey," I'm thinking, "Hey, buddy, how are you?" He's a grown ass man now. He's like 26, 27. I'm like, "Hey, buddy, how you been? How's your family?" Right? I'm talking to him. I'm a mom. I'm your friend's mom. He's the 2:30 roll around in the morning, and he get home from wherever the fuck he at, talking about you're beautiful. Oh, whoa. And simmer down, kiddo. Simmer down. And he's still be in my inbox. I bet you if I go right now, I have some messages in there. I just stopped opening them because I felt bad letting him, like, I responded super, like, haha, thanks, thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it would start again. And I'm like, and then the next day I get a message that goes, "Sorry, I was being weird." He does it a lot. And then I have some friend requests recently. So this is funny. So Dom went to prom with a group of kids, and he was, during the time you could go at 11th or 12th grade, junior or senior, and Dom was a junior, and the kid he went with was a senior, like not as a group, like not like as his date, but like a group of kids, right? So he went with a group of seniors, and this kid's date started to flirt with Dom. Like they took the date and the girl totally were about Dominic. And this kid was very like he was like no, it wasn't prom, it was homecoming. So it was like he was like homecoming king, right? And his date totally was flirting with my son. And my son's funny and he's cute. So, oh Jesus, cocaine and hookers, I see it. So he's cute, right? So he's like, he's just being his great self, and the girls were flocking to him. So the kid was so mad at him, like he wanted to fight him. So fast forward a few years later, this kid he's a man now. He's in my inbox and he's friend requesting me, and Dom swears it's to get back at him for what he did to him. He's like, he is really trying with you. And I'm like, I said, you'll never believe who friend requested me. He's like, oh, he got revenge. He is pissed at me for that night.
That's funny.
Like they would,
Nothing.
Oh, I thought you said something. So it was funny because like he was so mad at him. I guess after homecoming, this kid's parents had a lot of money, and so they had like a summer house, and all the kids went back to the summer house for the party. And like bonfires and all the things, right? Homecomings. Actually, it's homecoming season right now in Michigan. So they went back to their like the summer house, the lake house, and these girls were like nonstop on Dominic, to the point where this kid faked, like, I don't know, he faked some kind of illness or some kind of like injury to get attention off of Dom. It was like this whole thing. Dom's like, this fucking kid literally faked a panic attack. And so I ended up picking Dominic up. He was like, Mom, come get me. This is lame. And I'm about to fight this kid at his parents' house. It's not going to be good. So now when the kids, I've ignored the friend request like 3 times and he still sends it.
That's crazy.
So I'm Stacy's mom, I guess. I'm Dom's mom.
Stacy's mom got it going.
Dom's mom has got it going on.
I'm going to leave you with this. Albert Pujols yesterday hit his 700 home run. Pretty amazing to be in the 700 club. I think there's not many guys in there. I think maybe 3 or 4. But It was pretty amazing. I was trying to pull up the video. I just had it. What happened?
I'm gonna be in the 700 club.
700.
I'm gonna be in the 850 club.
You want to be in there? Well, there's nobody 850. So.
There is in credit scores.
Oh,
That's the club I'm trying to be in. The 850 club.
850.
Ain't that right, Shelly Shell?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to be in the 850 club.
For sure.
850 club.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
You're pretty qual. I was just they're just funny because Credit Karma or Capital One just came up when you said that. They must have been listening.
They're like, here you go, girl. Call us.
That's
Call
funny.
us. We be watching your page. Call us.
Mm-hmm.
One.
Credit Karma. They'll be listening to you.
They really do. Your cell phone is a spy, I swear.
For real, though.
So this is his 21. He was 21. Hit his first career homer against the Diamondbacks.
Look at all the greatest home runs in his Hall of Fame career, his future Hall of Fame career. What a better place, right? To start April 6, 2001, 21-year-old Albert Pujols hit his first Major League homer, fourth game of his career. They're against the Snakes. We were all Twitter. He looks good. October 22nd, 2011, 3 home runs in Game 3 of the World Series against the Rangers to help the Cardinals take a 2-1 series lead, become eventual World Series champions. Time, Pujols joining Babe Ruth and Reggie Jackson as the only players in big league history with 3 homers in a World Series game. Less than 3 years later, April 22nd, 2014, Pujols hitting career home runs number 499 and 500 of the Nationals' Taylor Jordan. Pujols, the first player to collect 499 and 500 in the same game. That's pretty cool. And then later, fast forward to June 3rd, 2017, the date of Albert Pujols' 600th career home run, grand fashion against the Twins' Irvin Santana. Pujols becoming the 9th major leaguer to hit 600 home runs, the
There's a lot
first
of
to do
feedback
so
from somewhere.
with a grand slam. And then last night, 699 and 700, 699 off a lefty, number 700 against a righty, giving him exactly 500 career home runs against righties and 200 against lefties. Sounds darn near planned by a machine.
I don't know. I'm getting like feedback. Do you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that's from. So, yep, 700. A lot of home runs.
That is a lot.
That is.
Mm-hmm. Good for him.
Yeah. Well, he's.
Trying to be in a club. I'm trying to be in a club.
Yeah, I think there's not many in the 700 club, and then he's pretty much going to retire. You got Barry Bonds at 762, Hank Aaron at 755, Babe Ruth at 714. Now Albert Pujols becomes number 4 at 700. So
I'm trying to hit 700 balls. I'm just kidding.
400, four guys in the 700 club. I don't think he's going to top. I don't think he has much left. So Babe Ruth is number 3 at 714. I don't think he hits that. I think
No.
I don't.
Yeah,
think
it's hard to beat that 714.
Mm-hmm.
You think that 14 would be easy, but man, it's not.
Well, no, Albert Pujols, I believe he's a DH now, so he's not playing like he was. He's not a regular. He's coming off the bench.
Yeah. Where's that feedback coming from?
Don't know.
Me neither.
So that's all I have for today. Thanks for tuning in. We're at 2:14 for the time. It's time for me to go to work. You guys got anything else?
No.
No, I'm chilling. I'm recovering today.
Oh.
I had some medical things happening. I'm not recovering from being drunk.
That's a good thing.
I mean, I could go out, but I don't think it's wise for me to do that.
No, I would rest.
I got some things happening. I had a little women procedure yesterday, so I'm going to chill, make some phone calls, clean up the house because I have people in my home that don't pick up after themselves.
Wow.
Actually, people in my house have been doing really good picking after themselves because They know I'm a little extra, so they've been
Little,
doing good. I really don't have a lot to do today. I'm proud of them.
little anal,
Me, a little anal.
little LCD.
Me, OCD, prove it. I don't know. I don't know who you guys are talking about. Who are they talking about?
Oh.
What are they talking about?
I don't know what we're talking about.
My poor people.
Chelsea
They
said
love me though.
she's gonna go Guardian.
I
She gonna
am.
go Guardian in her backyard.
I'm not doing the garden.
Oh, I found this place that had mini roses for like $4.99. I was like,
Are you going shopping? I can go shopping. I'm just not gardening. I don't have grass here. I don't have things to
but
garden
you
with.
just put it in a pot and let it do its thing. It's like,
yeah.
I don't never plant any of my flowers in the ground. They're always in a
My
pot.
backyard is full sun.
Yeah.
I have no shade, full sun.
You just have to get the plants that say 70% or more sunlight and they'll survive.
They'll survive.
Yeah.
They're not the most prettiest plants neither, by the way, but I
I
mean.
know. Like, what's the point of having a bunch of fucking random ass bushes in my yard in pots? That looks weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some plants from planters for my front porch would be nice. I could do that.
But I mean, the weather's changing, so a lot of the plants are will be able to survive the sunlight. Yeah, because a lot of times the planter gets heated from the concrete on the patio and stuff, so that's how it ends up killing it. But since the season is changing, they'll survive.
My front yard isn't all full sun. I have an awning over my porch, so I could probably do some planters. I'm not going to do them today, though. Maybe tomorrow. Let's do that tomorrow. I'm not doing that today. I can't bend over. I just remembered.
Well, the plants are at Trader Joe's, right down the street from your house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any like cascade? I want like cascading flowers and vines to come out of I'm going to do some planters.
No, they have a lot of succulents right now, but I was just eyeing the like the herbs and that the mini rose bush. I was like, oh, I want that, because I mean, Lowe's and them, they charge an arm and a leg for that little bush. And I was like, I can make it grow bigger. I can do it. I'll take care of you.
So that's all I got. Where can they follow you, Shell, at?
At Shelly Shell on Facebook, Snapchat, and ShellVon17 on Instagram.
And please do not show up at her house unannounced or be in a bush.
No. Definitely
not. Don't do it. Don't show up at my house unannounced either.
I just don't like when people show up at my house unannounced. I think that's the rudest thing in the world. I'm like,
I will shut the door right in your face. Ask people that know me. There's probably some people right here on the show that's watching that's got the door shut in their face and made wait to stay on the porch. I've done them both.
And my grandkids, they don't even know how to say she's unavailable. They'd be like, no, somebody wants you at the door. I'd be like, really? Really?
They're like, come on in.
Yeah.
They will let them in. I'd be like, we don't know them people.
So and don't call you on Messenger?
Hell no. Not on Messenger, not on in my inbox on Instagram. Chat. Anything that you can message off, mind your business.
Mind your business. And Tori, where can they follow you at?
Well, you can follow me while I'm minding my business at Tori Rochelle on Facebook, All Beauty, All Beast on Instagram, The Savage Kitty, that's CHEE Savage Kitty on Twitter, Tori Smooches on Snapchat. And if you want to pay me to mind my business, you can hit me with Tori Rochelle 1111 on Cash App.
You can follow me everywhere. Yeah, you can follow me everywhere on Drink Show. Just guys, make sure you guys are always washing your hands, especially flu season, and washing that ass. I'm out. Peace out here. Let me play this video, and I'm out. I'm out. I think. Peace out, you guys. Take it easy. Have a safe Saturday. See you on Wednesday.
All right.
Peace.